My existence kind of turned into, when I was awake, it was too painful for me to be awake and sober.
This my excavation.
When I was about to turn 16, I really hit a rough patch emotionally and mentally. From my best memory, I think that the first notion of this was, it was a Friday night, and normally I'd be going out to some party. I think I decided one night, out of nowhere, that I just didn't want to go. That kind of turned into not really a one-night thing. It just transcended from there to me spending a lot of time alone and becoming very depressed, not really understanding what I was feeling. I was diagnosed with bipolar type 2 disorder. I would already spend 14 hours at least every day asleep in a dark room. I had blackout shutters. I didn't ever see the daytime. I would sleep all the way through the sunlight hours. But it was in high school that I really, that all hit me and I experienced it for the first time. I lost a lot of friends, not because I would go crazy or anything, just because I lost all interest of communicating with the world. I stopped going to school. I almost got my driver's license taken away because I had too many absences. I want to say that it got better after high school, but it didn't. The worst year of my entire life was my freshman year. I lived in a dorm for a month and then I moved in with a boyfriend. I really just kind of hated myself.
Alex and I met years ago. We became closer probably right before we moved in together. The big event freshman year was her relationship that she was kind of in and out of the entire time. And I think it instigated a lot of other things that were buried or not so buried, emotionally. I understand when you're hurt, you want some sort of outlet, but it upset me that it had to be a negative path that she chose to cope with.
Bipolar type 2 is more on the depressive side. I got pretty deep into narcotics, painkillers in particular, and then amphetamines also.
Going through the waves, it wasn't hard. I wasn't actually feeling the same emotions that she was feeling, but when you care about somebody and you see somebody go through these hard times, you don't want to see anybody you love be hurt. It was sad because I knew I couldn't do anything about it except try and be there.
I didn't leave my room ever, really, unless I had to. The only thing that I ever did leave my room to go do was go to some type of show or concert. Those were the only times that I felt an escape from, the darkness of underneath my covers. I felt like music at that time was the only thing that I could really connect to.
She is very in touch with music, and I feel like because she has this ability to have music cater to every mood that's felt, she's able to pull herself out of feelings and emotions and bad times and everything. So I just feel like it's part of who she is.
My worst days in depression, I think can be paired with a song. I started developing a little library of music that I would turn to when I would experience different thoughts and feelings and emotions, and that song has been written about almost every type of feeling in this world. And when you find songs like that describe what you're feeling when you can't even describe the way that you're feeling, that's something really special and really powerful, to know that someone out there wrote that song. Someone knows how you're feeling.
I went through a breakup recently, and we would just be driving around, and she knew how to like fit my mood. And this summer she did like music licensing, I think it was. She'd literally do what she does for me in real life, but for shows. And like, I think she's extremely gifted and her knowledge base is just so wide.
Instead of doing schoolwork, I spent a lot of time analyzing lyrics. I would take a song and I would play it as many times as I needed to until I had every single word of that song written down on a piece of paper. And I would spend hours just scouring over every line. I wanted to know what the words meant and what they were referring to. And that actually was a very positive outlet for me. I always felt a lot better when, I got through an entire song and I felt like I really understood what the artist was trying to say. I do have a lyric tattooed on my arm. It says, "This my excavation." It's the first line of a song called "Regarded Stacks" by Bon Iver. So that lyric's really very important to me. I got this tattooed the day I graduated from high school because I thought, for a while that I wasn't going to make it to high school graduation. Cultivating and curating and branding music and sharing that with others, putting it out into the world, that is my life ambition. I think that it's important for everyone to experience the true powers of music. I recently visited New York City and fell in love. There's a lot of potential there to start to grow my music career. I feel like that would be a really interesting and really great environment to start building, the hustle and bustle and all of the opportunity and the love and silliness that is New York. I think that my ultimate fear is not so much failure, not so much not getting a job and establishing, this life that I want in New York. I think that my fear would be, regressing back into, states that I've spent years in the past.
It was dark and it comes in waves, but she's definitely come out of a lot of the bad habits that she formed, and music was a huge, integrative part of her healing process. She's grown so much. I feel like she's indefinitely going to be doing something with the music, because also you should do something you're passionate about, and you can tell she's passionate about it because it's hit close to home for her. Moving away and launching off into the real world, no better reality check than moving to New York City. I worry about her, but that's just because I've seen her at her worst, I feel like. But I'm confident in her. She showed me how important it can be and how much it can really heal you. It can hurt you too, but it makes you feel things, and it makes you sort out your feelings, and it makes you just have something to relate to when you feel like you have nothing else.
Music has done more than save my life. It's got that one down for sure, but it's enhanced my life. It's built my life. It is my life at this point.